Alright everybody, hello and welcome. My name is Conman, and we're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna check out this footage. Is a replay from the Nazeebo game from a little while back. If you want to see that, I'll post the link in the description. The whole thing's like an hour long. I want to just talk about the last couple of minutes of this. I call this one "What Not to Do on Infernal Shrines," aka the anatomy of a throw. So Before we go any further, let's just set the scene. So if you've watched the video, you kind of know what happens, but let's set the scene nonetheless. My team, which is here in red, I've got myself targeted right here. We led this entire game. Most of the game, we had a 2 and 3 level lead. We were up in talents, we were up in levels, we were up in experience. You can see, just based on this snapshot, we won. We've got a huge structural advantage. We've only lost one fort. Our top fort is a little low, but it's not down yet. They've lost one keep, they've lost 2 keeps. Their third keep is on the bottom here, it's being threatened. We'll get to that in a second. We've got a huge structural advantage. We're still ahead, even though they have caught up, we're still ahead in levels. We won the first 4 objectives pretty much outright. The fifth one we extended too long. We got caught out of position a little bit. And we'll kind of let him sneak back into the game. We lost the 5th objective, which led to some of this damage over here. But we were able to cover, so we're back up here. We're still in a good position. We still have map pressure going. We've got minions coming down the top lane. We've got all of us here in the bottom lane. The middle's about even, but we're pretty solid. And now, I think even in that game when I was recording it, I had mentioned this is our game to win or throw. Now, Thanks to getting caught and overextending a little bit and losing that 5th objective, they did catch up slightly. They're back up in levels. They're no longer down 3 levels, and now we're in even talents. But we still have the advantage. Now, let's talk about what happens next. What are we going for? So here we go. We had just taken the Merc camp in the bottom, and now we are pushing toward this bottom keep. Now, why are we pushing toward this bottom keep? I don't know exactly. This is where everything starts to go to hell. So we already know. Their Varian is dead. He's going to be up in 7 seconds. We see their Sylvanas on the mini-map, and I've got the sight lines by my team, the observer by my team, so you can see our sight. Sylvanas is up here killing these minions, but she'll be done with this pretty soon. She'll tear through these in none too long. Nazeebo is the only one that we see here bottom, but we don't know where ETC and where Genji is. So I'm going to hit play for a moment. I'm going to go back, actually. Okay. The question is, what are we trying to accomplish here? To be honest, I'm not really sure. I was following the crowd because I didn't want to get picked off. I was tempted to go back up to the top and get this Merc camp here, but I left it. So we take down this tower, and now, by all accounts, we probably should back off. We do have our whole team, but we probably should back off. Or at the very least, we've got this wave pushing. We want to wait for this wave to come in and at least start drawing a tower down. Instead, alright, right now, Greymane, I'm gonna pause on and off. Greymane gets hit in the zombie wall. Okay, fine. We wait a little bit. Leoric and Ragnaros go in hard. They get bounced back like. Now we've got this wave coming up, but it's really not there. Like, this stuff goes down pretty quick. Here's an Intune. Greymane's gonna get mind control. He's gonna get taken out. Super out of position. So now we've got. The Intune went up, but ETC just stage dived out, and we knew he had stage dive. He definitely didn't have mosh pit. Right here, Leoric is under tower shots. He's going to get killed. Down he goes. Down goes Greymane, who's out of position. I get caught out because I was following the crowd. I get picked off.
The spirits say it is not.
Gazlowe gets picked off. So the only person who managed to get was one of the guys who started this whole engagement was Ragnaros. Okay, so fine. Total throw action. At this point, it was the worst possible thing to do. We barely did any structural damage. We didn't do any damage to this keep. We lost almost the entire team. We got no kills in return. Most of them are at low health, but they'll be able to heal themselves back up pretty quickly. Ragnaros is alive, and now the next objective is about to go. And it's a poorly aimed objective for us because our bottom fort is the one fort of the 3 that are actually down. But no problem. So we're gonna go here. I want to display what goes next. Greymane's like, I think we lose this, and yeah, he is going to be a problem. I'm gonna stop. Blue team here, they go to clear this wave, and they have absolutely every opportunity in the world to do this. Because we're all dead, we can't do anything. Had we just backed off here, this objective spawns. Now we're pushing in. They either have to clear the wave and deal, fighting down a man here, or we take this objective and we probably march through and win the game. But now they don't have to do that. They can take every moment in the world, turn around, and clear this objective. So we're gonna go through. Ragnaros, he's kind of lost. He doesn't necessarily know what to do. He doesn't have any minions that are close by to push in. He's kind of hanging out here. And now, he's peeking, and I'm worried. He's trying to do some poke damage. He knows there's only 2 people here. He can see this much. Maybe he sees 3. He has to know that Nazeebo and Sylvanas have to be on their way very soon. He's asking to get himself. He's super close. All it's going to take is 1 ETC power slide to get him in a stun, and he's dead. Like, that very well could have been his death right there. That could have been a power slide, and he would have been knocked back, and then Varian would have picked him off. But he's just super risking it. And what he really needs, what Ragnaros needs to do, is just back off. We're not gonna win the objective. We're not gonna win the objective. Everyone is gonna be up in 15 seconds. They'll have this down before then. We're gonna lose, even though Leoric is here. It's still gonna be at best a 3-on-2 fight, and it's not a fight that we're going to win. Just back off. Wait for us to respawn when we can defend. And here's what happens. Okay. So Leoric is here, and look at Gazlo. Gazlo's pinging the retreat. He's got the right idea. There we go. Everybody respawns. Here comes the purge. 1, he probably should have saved this. This is mistake number 1. Let's do it in order. This is mistake number 1. He burned a lava wave right here. He had just burned one. I'm fairly certain that his cooldowns were up. Yeah, his cooldowns were up. We know that this Punisher is going to come down this lane. We know we're going to lose the objective. We're going to have to fight the Punisher. The Punisher is going to get to this keep. Like, there's nothing stopping it to getting to this keep. Save the lava wave for that. That's mistake number 1. Even if you had the charge, save it, because then you can have 2 charges. You can burn it there. You won't kill the Punisher with a lava wave, but you're going to chase people away. If you're lucky, you can get him in some CC and take some damage. If you make the enemy team bail out to avoid the lava wave, you're able to then run in and get the Punisher. That's number 1. Here's mistake number 2. He goes into Molten Core form. Like, I don't know what he was thinking here. We've already lost the objective. There's 4 left. There's no chance that we're going to be able to stop it. We've already lost the objective. So why does he go into Molten Core form here? He's going to start dropping nukes. He's not going to get any kills. They're all going to be at full health. They've had time to regen. None of that's going to happen. What you want to do is save Molten Core. You're going to lose the objective. Let the Punisher march down. When it's going to break, it's probably going to break through these 2 towers. When it gets to here, you Molten Core onto the keep. And now you face the Punisher. Maybe you probably save the keep. You throw some damage at the enemies. Will you allow us to make, to stage a comeback and win that fight? No, absolutely no reason. By the time this Punisher spawns, this guy is going to be out of the keep. And even Greymane goes, why would you do that? It makes no sense. So we're alive here. And here's mistake number 3. Here's mistake number 3. Why are we here? Why is this group of people here? So here I am. I'm at spawn. I've just popped. Gazlo is on his way. At best, at absolute best, this is a 3 on okay, he's not here. So at absolute best, this is a 3-on-2 fight. It's probably going to be a 3-on-4 fight with a full health Punisher. Like, why? Just back off. You're going to get there. You're going to lose. Ragnaros hanging around too long. He gets jumped on right here. Already, terrible spot to be in. Leoric goes in. There is no way that we should be engaging here. At this stage in the game, so I'm going to pause it right here. At this stage in the game, we know at least 3 of them there. I'm going to assume, since we can't see the 4th one, I'm going to assume there's the 4th person here as well. There is 4 here. Everyone, we can't stop the Punisher with those 4 people in that time. What everyone needs to do, I want to make it very clear, what everyone needs to do at this point is just back off. Back off to this area. Back off behind the walls. Just get behind the walls, especially knowing that I'm still here. Back off behind the walls. Let the Punisher come to the walls. So our mistake back here is that we fought under the keep. Make the enemy fight under our keep. Even if the Punisher's there, at least we're under. We got some tower fire. We've got some keep fire right here. No reason to turn around and do that. Well, what happened because of that? don't back off, you try to pick off. Look at him. Greymane dives in, he gets mind control, he gets picked off. He overextended. Punisher jumps on the York. We're still, okay. So what you do, now that we're at this point in town, what you want to do, I want to make it very clear. Notice where I'm standing. Like, I don't move. I don't really move. What you want to do is you want to get the Punisher over here. So we've got the full tower and wall set up. You guys, my team, what we want them to do is to back up all around here, let the Punisher come up, and then shoot off a spell. Do something to give yourself sight to the Punisher. Maybe I'm going to throw the spiders at it. Maybe Ragnaros is going to do something. Maybe Ragnaros is going to use Molten Core here. Whatever it takes. Get sight. That way the Punisher then leaps over the walls, hits you right here. Now, at the very least, now you've got a Punisher taking fire from all sides. We have time to burn it down. Even though it's an arcade Punisher. It's the worst Punisher for us as well. But you get the Punisher right here. We get to burn it down. We at least get some leeway. The enemy team, they then have, sure, they've got free reign to burn through this gate, burn through the walls and the towers, but we've got a few seconds to nuke down the Punisher as quickly as we can before we have to fight under the Punisher. And when they break this gate, Ragnaros can Molten Core, protect the keep, and really do a number on the enemy team. So I want to wait here, so you see what happens. Leoric sticks around, he gets picked. At this point, it's pretty much too late. At this point, it's too late. We're down 3 people. They still have 5 people. Ragnaros is still under. Finally, we get the Punisher to come up. They've already broken the gate. They've already broken everything. I mean, this is far, far too late. We needed to get him to jump over way too soon. This is far too late. Ragnaros has no cooldown. You know, even with Sylvanas, she was going to disable things. That was absolutely going to happen. But we could have burned that Punisher down much more quickly. As it turns out, notice, look at the health on it. Now that it jumped over, look at the health on the thing. It would have been dead. Now, unfortunately, we're dead. We've got a 2-on-5 disadvantage. They're going to take this. Kim's going to come through and pick us off. I'm the only one still alive. I think I run over and get myself killed anyway. They've got a quarter health Punisher, 5 people here, and that's what we do here. I run out just because and that's the game. And we lose that right there. Like, that's the anatomy. That's how you throw a game. We led the entire game. We lost 2 fights, and then you blow it. It's all about making smart decisions. And we didn't make smart decisions there. They're obviously, the variant and whatnot, they're going to be a better late game team. But it all started from this fight over here. Just back off a little bit. We already had the map pressure. We had built up that early advantage. So even here, we've got stuff marching on its way to the core. We'd already built up that map pressure. We could have just bailed out. I'm sure that we could have won this fight right here. If they had to, at the very least, one of 2 things happens. Either we trade kills here, and they let minions come in and start, popping their core, or we win it straight away, and then we probably march on and get the victory. Instead, we made one bad decision here. We made 2 and 3 and 4 bad decisions here. We followed it up by number 5, and that's how you blow the game. And they burned it down super quick. I think the Punisher finally dies. There it goes, and that's good. So that's the anatomy of a throw. When you're playing Infernal, when you're playing any map, just consider, make smart decisions. Think about the state of the game that you're in. Why would you engage in a 1-on-4? Know when to use your abilities to best counter what the enemy is throwing at you. I'm not blaming this on Ragnaros completely. He definitely made a lot of mistakes. But that Leoric hung around too long, that Greymane overextended. Greymane already knew that they were going to mind control him. He had said it before, earlier in the game, which I don't think we got on this recording here, but he got picked off on MC right over here in this first engagement. He knew they were gunning for him. He hung around too long here, got MC'd, and got himself picked off. You got to learn from you got to know what the enemy team's going to do, learn from and at the end of the game, I just want to point out, at the end of the game, very quickly, we still have, look at this. We only lost 2 buildings. We lost 1 fort. We lost the keep 5 seconds ago, and now the core goes down. Meanwhile, we've destroyed all of their buildings except for this bottom fort here, bottom keep here, and we have minions pulling in that are marching in toward the core. We led the entire game, and we threw it away because we made poor decisions. So, that's it. That's kind of my spiel. Point is, think about what you're doing. Think about why you're doing it. You know, try to consider where the enemy is and, you know, act accordingly. That's all. Let me know what you think. My name is Conman. Thanks for watching. Take care.